Hi, my name is Ian, and a huge fan of Ochiko's. I discovered you through someone who was your neighbor in Mombasa.
Wow.
Yeah, and they were like, yo, I'm really happy that Ochiko is doing great things in Nairobi. And I'm like, I don't know if you're doing great. Are you doing great?
I think I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the world really is a small place. My neighbor while I was staying in Mombasa.
Yeah.
Wow. And I thought I didn't know my neighbors.
They knew you trust.
Yeah.
And this is usually very interesting. You know, you hang around with people, maybe you don't even say hi to them.
Yeah.
But then when you become big, they're like, yo, we used to eat with that guy. You know?
That was my G.
Yeah. So, which language are you comfortable speaking? Kiswahili, Kiingereza, kama hivyo?
Kiingereza tafadhali.
Kiingereza? Sawa sawa. Kiswahili changamoto?
Lakini ikikuuma sana, Kiswahili pia twaweza.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. So, there'll be people, I don't know if I'll call them marshals, they have pieces of paper. So if you have any questions you'd want to ask Ochiko, please pass them to them.
Hamchelewi. Wewe.
Yeah, and then we're going to read them and we will hear some of his responses to that.
This should be fun.
Okay. Sawa. So, are you good with numbers?
Wow. I'm an artist. But I think fairly, I think so. I don't know. We have to test it out and see what high school did to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because, you have this thing with the number 9 and I was just wondering.
Okay. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm good with numbers, but I know what to do to get the numbers I need.
Okay. Hey, that's nice.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. That's cool.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you don't need an accountant?
No, I actually, my finance person is actually in the building. So.
Oh, really? Hey. Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So, the number 9 is a very special number.
Yes, it is.
It is the highest single-digit number.
Yes, it is.
That is basically complete in its way. So, how do you connect the number 9 with your music? You know, the first time I went to listen to your songs, I counted them and they were 8. I was like, yo, dude.
Where's the 9th one?
You could have just done the thing, yani.
Yeah. I feel like at times it's not that deep. If I'm being honest, it's never that deep. The numbers, I don't think of them consciously when I'm working on a lot of things. I only think about them consciously when probably I need to address something that is directly linked to my music, or probably the set I'm doing. Like this set. Because a lot of the sets I do work around that number. Yeah, but it's never that deep. If it crosses, it crosses. If it doesn't. Yeah. If I overthink numbers, who will overthink the music?
You know, it's really funny because even politicians, when they want to confuse the masses, they just throw figures.
You know?
Like, this billion. And
last year we fed 13 million children.
And then you're like, 13 million. And then you don't think about it. Yeah. So, on the music side, this is a random question I always ask, your earliest memories of music? Earliest interactions with music?
Okay. Let me paint this picture. Where are we? I think we're in Kayole. It's Saturday. Saturday was cleaning the house day. Tumetoa kila kitu kwa hiyo nyumba. And then the floors were this red type of floors. It's like
red oxide.
Yes. Naona mmesoma bwana. Red oxide. So when you clean the floor, it's usually it's matte-like. when it's dry, when it touches water, it's almost like the color gains contrast. You see, so we used to really love or enjoy. In hindsight, we used to enjoy. So it's Saturday. All the four of us, we have 4 kids at home. The 4 of us are there with mops, and I'm the last. So nimepatiwa clean dirisha. And there's music playing. I think that's like the earliest that I can recall. Apart from that, is church. I come from a musical family. So yeah, seeing my dad do his thing was like really cool. I'm seeing he's just doing his thing there, and people are responding, and
church stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, church.
So what happened to you?
What do you mean? What happened to me? I still think of myself as a very spiritual person. I am very keen to make sure that I am in tune with myself, my spirit man and myself. I try to make sure that they are as close as can be, so that I'm very conscious of what I feel. I'm those people who, if I have a bad gut feeling about you, not touching you with a 10-kilometer pole. Not, yeah. So yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I have so I was hanging out with some musicians, and then they called you and you guys new school. So I was like, what is like new school guys calling you guys new school guys? So I'm very curious to know, like, when did you start doing this, and how has the general journey been for you? This is okay. Let me rephrase. I don't want the cliche answers for. It's been 5 years. Alafu on year 2 this happened, and I had to take a break. It's more of like
therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, therapy. So I started doing this around 2014. I wasn't born singing. I can't say when I was a child in my mother's womb, I used to sing. I wasn't. I think of myself as an acquired singer. Acquired singers are people who weren't born singing, but learn the craft and learn it really well. So I started doing as a poet.
Poets in the house.
Poets in the house. Yeah. I remember good old days with Vico. I don't know where he is. Yeah, he's outside there. We were in high school together. We did poetry together. We had a band called the Acoustics, Kenya National Theatre. Good days, those ones. So we did a lot of poetry, and then I think at some point I was doing some auditions as a poet. And then there was a guy called Ban Mziki. He's a producer. He told me, I heard you do something like a hum. Can you hum it one more time? I did it. And then he was like, Tebu, sing a church song. I sang, and he was like, how don't you identify as a singer? Then I had a very shaky voice. I was shy and somewhat, yeah. So, yeah, that's why it all started. So I quickly learned how to, started working on myself. When I want to learn something, I learn it religiously to a point that you can never call me out on it. We are always getting there. That's part of why I call myself Ochiko, because coming to completion, you're almost getting there, but you just keep on refining yourself and just getting to that point. So I started working on myself, worked on my music. Since I was a poet, that means I've always been a writer. Mm-hmm. But then I discovered what songwriting was. Learned it and started performing, did all that. Now years have passed. We are gaining more experience. We are doing better gigs. Get off of school, and now we are outside here. Okay, now this is where the disconnect happened. At some point, I don't know if you guys experienced it, but in high school, there was a problem where when you form 2 na uko na marafiki wa form 4, when they clear school, you feel like you're depressed. Life clearly stops and nothing else matters. I feel like this school is 10 times bigger than how it was. You see, at this time, I'm not playing guitar. So we quickly just get acquainted with the rest of my mates, and I have to like coexist with them. And now I had to take more time on myself because I'm alone. I don't have other people to hang out with, other people to sing with. So very quickly we cleared high school, started playing guitar because my melodies were limited. I used to feel like I'm singing on one key. I felt like every time I was singing somewhere and the guitarist played the same chords, different guitarists are playing different songs with the same chords. I'm like, am I the problem or you guys? Yeah. So I started playing guitar with my dad's guitar. Trick is, he refused to teach me.
Wait, your dad had a guitar? Eh?
My dad is a guitarist. And since he played, and he was a legend at his time, I think, he refused to teach me because he said that it's very easy for me to take his touch if he teaches me. So what I did, he had a book, a small book, handwritten, with chords and shapes and stuff like that. I started learning, and years later, this is self-taught guitarist. Yeah. Yeah. So at some point, also time is very hazy in my mind because, I don't know, it's not a definite construct in my mind. So at some point, I remember I got into some competitions. There's that phase in every musician's life where you audition after audition. You want to become a star. We want to get to AGT and we want to do, what was it called? The Idol?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We want to go there. I remember there were days I used to think that I'd be the it in Tusker Project fame. You know?
Yeah.
So eventually, I get into some competition and it works out. It's not going to give the names. But at some point, when you're almost at the semis, I get a call. Hi, we think you're really good. Would you want to play in Rwanda Fashion Week? What do you mean Rwanda Fashion Week? I've never even been outside Kenya. And they're like, yeah, how much will you charge us for an hour? What do you mean? How am I supposed to? It's Rwanda, first of all. Am I getting myself there? When I get there, where do I sleep? Okay, I'm gonna quote Kenyan currency. When I get there, how do I get their currency? Like I was blank. They told me that we have a Kenyan Connect who's gonna help you do this. Hey, this Kenyan connects. Hey. There's always a Kenyan somewhere. Not to hate on us, but we know ourselves, man. So, when we're getting closer to the dates, and I'm like, why am I not hearing from anything? Where are we not going? Are we still going? They're like, yeah, we are still going. When I talk to that Rwandanese guy, he's like, yeah, we are down. We are getting ready for you. Until it gets to a point, the posters are out. Everyone on social media is talking about Rwanda Fashion Week. You see the way Nairobi Fashion Week gets big. Mm-hmm. Same thing there. They have people from all over the world coming to showcase, and they want you to go and play in between that set. Oh my God. I just told my mom, I'm getting out of this crib. You just wait. When I come back like this, I'm getting out. Anyways, I underquoted. I think I charged like... That's not even the worst part. I underquoted. I think I charged like 100 Gs, and then they told me, no, it's Rwanda. That won't even last you. You know, they said, we will triple that. They gave me 300. And they told me, as per DM, there's 100 on top. Andrew is too good. Right? But the thing is, moral of the story, the gig happened. It just didn't happen with me. Oh my God. You know why? Because this Kenyan Connect. a very prominent person in our industry. Okay, not so prominent right now. Nah, this is on record, man. We can't. Yeah. So I waited, and so she played me, and I was, this was a dumb one for me. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So she played me, and I don't know, is it that I didn't have a phone or I was not up to date with whatever was going on with that gig, but she gave me wrong dates. She told me we are performing next week, yet the gig is tomorrow. Acha nikuonyeshe vile Wakenya ni wajanja. At this point in time, she has a band ready to play. Takes them to Rwanda, calls them my name. Yeah. Nairobi. Yeah. So these guys were friends of mine, but for them, they have done nothing wrong, truthfully, because they're just being artists. They've not been told that I was the first contract of the gig. So when they come back and they're like, bro, we have to show you. I'm like, wait a damn minute. So I call. The London guys are like, we were told that you had emergencies and you could not make it. And they brought your I don't know, your band and something. Yeah. That was the first big blow for me mentally as an artist. And I remember very quickly left Nairobi, went to Nakuru. I have when very traumatic things happen to me, I have a tendency, I avoid. So I left to Nakuru. Nakuru now give everyone else back now what you have. Nakuru really did a number on me mentally. Just made sure I grew my mental strength and got to a place where if something ever happens, it doesn't push me to the brick wall or make me like the world is ending because of. But it was 400K, bruv. Anyways, so at some point my mom called and she's like, are you not gonna go on with your life? It's money. We need you, like, what's the plan now? Okay, it's gone. What's the plan? I'm like, no, this money was supposed to get us better life. We were not supposed to struggle. But if we don't struggle, you won't enjoy the success of whatever comes with what you're doing. So we continue living, we continue playing, we kept on. That's not the worst part about it.
There's more.
Guess what? Previously on worst part about it. So we continue doing this thing, nini, and then we do a lot of gigs. And then, okay, yeah. I think I'd forgotten something. So after deciding what to do with this life of ours that got stopped because of 400,000, decided I'm not coming back to Nairobi. I am not going to get played again. Where did we go to? Mombasa. Hey, our starabu, our. So anyway, yeah, we left for Mombasa. At when the Nakuru thing happened, I was in KU, so I left. So, and I had to leave also school and went back to Mombasa. Mombasa, my folks are like, you're not gonna come, like, I will never be asked, what does your son do? And say that he did not go to school. You better find your way and go to school. And since it was your decision to go to Mombasa, please figure out the school, figure out what you need to do, pay the bills. Sorry, I was about to curse. Pay the bills. So got there quickly. I was very skeptical about the music because I was like, I'd rather not. Wow, it keeps on following us. So I think I'd gone to Tomb to get my things, and I think I was getting into Tomb when I met a few guys who looked like they were artists because of the way they were dressed. So I approached them and I'm like, yo, you guys, where are you coming from? They're like, we're from rehearsals. I'm like, what do you guys do? They're like, we're poets. this group was called Affiliated. I don't know if there's anyone who's heard of that name, but yeah, they were called Affiliated. They're like 7 or 8 best poets I've experienced in Mombasa. So they were like, yeah, I'm actually going to this singing place where they have open mics. Do you want to come? I'm like, no, I'm trying to run away from this music. But then, among them, there's a girl. The girl says, Kuja.
You fell for the trick.
So we went. At this time, I also don't know Mombasa so well, so I just have to move with them. When they are going, I go. When they leave, I have to leave. So we went to the place, and they were like, so we have this new guy, we'd like you guys to hear him. And they just gave me a guitar. I played a song. Wow. Someone literally told me, this music is not yours. That is literally what brought me back. Because I just realized that this music is no longer mine. Even if I'm doing it, I'm not doing it for me. Okay, yes, I am doing it to heal me, but it heals more people when I give it from an honest and a truth point. So yeah, that's how we got back. So, joined a music group, MD'd at the music group for a while. Then I think that's the point where I started writing for people. Because now people kept saying, like, your songs are really nice, we like your songs. Can you write for me a song? And I'm like, okay. I write. Got to a point, now I wrote a big song. And then Wastarabu really showed me what happens. We wrote a song. I think the song right now is at 5-6 million views.
You want us to know this?
No. No, the song was like really big. It blew up almost immediately. And then I am everywhere I am going. I am just hearing my guitars. I'm hearing my lines. And it's eating me up. So I'm like, okay, this one I'm going to blame myself. You didn't know. I didn't know what rights are given to artists. Do I need to own a master if I write a song? Okay, if we collaborate, who owns the master? What is a publisher? What is a split? Who publishes for us? Anyways, very quickly I switched, went to another producer, did more tracks. At this point, I'm learning production, and I'm also getting the pressure of releasing my own music because I've realized that other people are not honest with my work. Comes 2021, around 2021, around June. I think like 2 months before that, Petrus calls me and he's like, I need 2 songs, and I need them next week. The whole week I've not written. We work under pressure. We work well under pressure. That's us. So I think the day before the session, I write Twende and Yours. So the next day I go to the studio with the song and he's like, yeah, it's a really cool tracks. We recorded, released. I've never released music before, and this is a whole new thing. I'm like, okay, now I have to push. Wait, I have to be on social media, be active so that other people discover my music. Okay, my music is not only on YouTube, it's on Spotify. And I don't upload it myself. I need to get a distributor to upload. Hey, it's a lot of work. First of all, to a person who has not gotten acquainted slowly into the process of learning how to commercialize music, it's hard. It's hard. Most times music struggle because it's not that it's not good music, it's that the right channels are not followed, or the artist doesn't know, or they know they don't have the resources to get the songs there. See? So we release those tracks, and now I write a lot. I write a whole lot. I write for muscle. I write so that if you tell me to write a song right now, I can write. Do you see those? Yeah. You read so that exam ikiletwa sahi, you pass. Yeah, that's how I write. So I just grew the muscle, kept on growing the muscle until I'd written a whole album. I need it produced. I want people to hear it because I'm like, oh, people can actually love my music. And they're sad and they're like, I'm listening to Ochiko. They post on their story their sad moments. Ochiko is, that was giving me life on steroids. So I did a whole album, finished it, and it was never released. Now came back to Nairobi, and I had to release work. This work was Wadhera, and present tense, here we are.
Oh.
Yeah, therapy. I feel like I've unloaded. I'm unpacking.
Like there's very little to say after that. But I'm just curious. Maybe I'll just pick from what I've learned from you. So you are an independent artist, right?
Yes, I am.
So you figured out distribution right now. You do everything yourself. Production.
I went to class and learned.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really dope. So self-educated or like a formal setting?
Formal setting, but we did it ourselves. We just went to someone who's like really qualified and good at this and learned and got certified.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, as you're working on your album, what should we, or rather, what are we supposed to like look forward to? Because I am so looking forward to this one.
I said this at that gig before. Expect badness. Yes, expect badness. Expect vibes. Expect good things. Expect it to give.
Yeah. So, in regards to the artistic landscape as it is, because I know right now you have the ear of everyone, pretty much guys who are a little more established in the industry and guys who are actually upcoming, and they also listen to your music, and some people have actually made your music their soundtrack. So how do you feel like in terms of general journey and in terms of challenges, what do you feel is like the biggest problem that you have, especially when you have to knock on a door and ask for something?
As of right now or in hindsight?
I would say you could combine both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest problem is not knowing the value of what you have. So think about it like this. I don't know. We all have different professions, but I'm just going to use music. These are examples. These are not the standard charges. I assume you record a song at 20K. You're recording an album. Album has, say, 10 songs. That's 200K. Yes? Oh, you asked whether I do numbers.
Yeah.
That's 200K. Yes? These tracks need videos. Yes? Assuming a video is like 50 Gs. Assuming. You do, say, 5. That's 250 plus the 200, that's 450. That's almost $500,000 down. You've not released this work. When this work is released, it needs to be marketed. So say each song takes around 10 Gs. You have 10 songs. That's another 100. That's 550. Yes? Top of 550, probably you need to do shows. You need to do your own shows. You need to do an album launch. That costs probably like, say, rough measure, let's just use like 200. How much is that? 750. That's almost at a meal with an album. If I give you 750,000, tell you go to Kamulu and get me land. Will you be diligent with that 750,000? I think you'll go to your parents or go to people who know how to deal with land and ask them, how is land gotten? What do we need to do to get land? Yes? So that by the time you're getting the land, you're not being played. The 750K actually goes to good work. But this 750,000 as art almost looks like it's different. It doesn't. I could get an album and feel like, and say, I feel like the energy is right. I feel like the universe is telling me to release this music. I release it. Or I feel like it's a good time to sell this album. I get someone who offers me 100K. My rent is due. When are we today? Today is 4th. Rent is due tomorrow. I don't have rent. I'm getting 100,000 shillings. I pay rent. That pays rent for a few months. You see? And I'm like, okay, give it up for 100,000. Say this person go and sells this catalog to someone else. at 2 million bob. The other person who bought it for 2 million bob knows he bought it for 2 million bob. He's gonna do so much more to make sure he makes back his money, profits. You end up with the catalog being worth 10M. Sold it for 100,000, made it for 750. Most of the time, we do not understand the value of what we have. We do not know what to do with what we are given.
Wow, that is really profound. Like, and the numbers thing, man. I see this as a challenge, especially within the industry, the way it is set up right now. And I'm also just looking at, the opportunities, because I'm not sure if you got to use CDs,
Yeah. What do you mean you're not sure?
No, I'm like, in terms of distribution, because I kind of feel that it was easier for someone to make more off of the
side. Oh, like that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I kind of feel streaming was a blessing in disguise, but it came with its own challenge. Because right now you'll be able to make maybe a few cents off of your album, whereas you could have just sold like, one CD for 1,000 bob and made you a clean 1,000. So if you sold like 100, that's 100,000. Yeah. So it was easier math that way. Right now you stream and you're on Spotify showing us all your streaming data, but then there's very little to show for it. So
do you know how much? Okay, these are, I don't know how up to date these figures are, but I know like 1 million streams on Spotify gives around 60 to 70K. How many songs do you know have 1 million streams?
Not many.
Yeah.
Not many.
But again, consistency is king. Do it, keep on doing it, it works. It has worked for so many people who are around us. Yeah.
Good stuff. So I'll go into the questions from the audience real quick.
Okay.
What's your creative process like?
For music, because I do a couple of things.
Tell us about those things.
I'm a graphics designer, I'm a creative director, I'm a photographer, I'm a videographer. Yeah, don't think I'm multi-instrumentalist. Yeah. So as a music, since I've been working on my craft as a writer for so long, I just need to picture where I'm going. I have to have a start and an end, and I need to have details. Okay, I want to tell this girl I love her. Okay, what do I love about her? Do you know those days of I love you? What do you love about me? Yes. People want to hear you tell them, I love you because of the way you look at me. When you look at me, I feel weak in the knees. You know? Yeah, so after I get that, now I build on melodies. Yeah, I listen to a lot of music, variety of lot of cultures. So when I get that, that's the next thing that I do. See, once I have the melody, now it's very easy for me to just pick off of my brain. Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite song of all time?
Wow. I think there are two. We are playing them on the next set.
Nice. We just have to wait to find out.
Yeah.
All right. There's someone with very nice handwriting here. What emotion do you channel most into your music, and what's the primary emotion behind your music?
Clap for that person. Wow. Did you see that? I just avoided so that I could think. So, primary emotion is pain. In very different ways. It's pain of loss or pain that I gained so that someone else can lose. So because I also empathize with people a lot. That's the primary emotion. But apart from that, I don't know what vibes are what emotions. Yeah, there's just that side and the vibe side. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's your inspo, or rather inspiration for Easier? And then also your music is dope.
Wow, I wanted to see that handwriting so that I see whether. Anyways, I wrote Easier when I was in love. madly. Yeah. I'd met a person who really, really made me feel like I could conquer. I think I even conquered a lot when I was with her, you know? Do you know those situations of, okay, I think most often than not, we hear our elders tell us that a man who has a woman can do a lot of things, which is true. And this lady made a lot of things feel very easy. Kubeba mtungi kumi. So yeah, anyways. So yeah, it was very easy for me to do a lot of things, and she made life easier.
There's your answer. So, okay, I think this one we've tackled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how long have you been writing music? Do you ever feel like you don't want to write?
That's a really good question. If I'm being honest, I have written most of my life. What was the last part?
Do you ever feel like you don't want to write?
Do I ever feel like I don't want to write? I never feel like I don't want to write, but there are times it has been hard to write because of how honest I have to be with myself with what I want to write. Yeah.
In line with that, so what's your songwriting process and how long does it take you to write a song?
Depends. Depends on what we want to talk about. Because Like You was written in one sitting. I think within an hour it was done. But if someone listens to it, like, this guy must have taken some time to write this. So at that, there are songs. There's a song, actually one of my favorite songs. I've had the progression for almost 2-3 years. I've been unable to write on it. Every time I want to write on it, I feel like it's not good enough. I was able to write on it, I think, late last year, and yeah. So it depends.
Great. And these questions are just tying into each other.
Yeah.
Do you start with melodies or with words?
Aye, we are truly in line. Hey. Do I start with melodies or
Or,
or words?
Yeah, or words when writing a song.
I want to say words because it's the thought that comes first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think we are done with the questions. So I'll just quickly run you through a few things.
Okay.
So, poetry, man. Should we expect some poetry in any of your projects?
With melodies so that they become songs.
No, I'm
but
speaking-
as poetry like spoken word.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. It's been a truly long time. I don't know, but there are no limitations.
No limitations
Yeah.
to your creative process. What's the next frontier for you like?
So, I've been saying this a lot, and I want to say it here so that I have other people hear it. Mark the name Ochiko. It's about to be one of the biggest because of what it stands for, because of the type of music that we do, who we do it for, who we do it with. And in detail, I want to sell out stadiums. Specifically, does anyone here know O2? It's in London. Yeah, I want to sell out O2. I want to sell out Madison. Yes, I also want. I saw, who was it? Can't remember, but I think I saw an African artist open for Nini. It's gone. It's
I think
EPL.
just to help the process.
Yeah.
Who would you love to open for?
Who would I love to open for?
Yeah.
Who would I love to open for me?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because the intention is to get to as big, to become as big to a point that people who I looked up to, how are you doing it? Because guys right now are asking, how are we doing it? Because they're calling us new school. So yeah, I want someone who I looked up to open for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really nice. I like the attitude.
Thank you.
Give it up for Ochiko, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.